Quite often in my practice, I teach clients how to manipulate energy, and that energy is real. Now, when I'm working with someone who has trauma or who has pain, and they are associating that trauma or that pain with some place or something or some person, right? Let's say that. And when they are going to go see that person, they'll get the anxiety and the energy that no longer serves them back into their body, mind, and spirit. And so it keeps them stuck again. So this is a very wonderful way to actually ground the energy in the place that you're going to go to. So let's say, I'll just use a client that I recently saw. And this client was having a lot of anxiety and fear about going back to work. And so we talked about how much clarity and release that she had gotten through the fascial stretch therapy, through the Reiki. And she was kind of in this place of feeling very strong. Yet this still looming feeling of going back to work and interacting with certain coworkers was making her very stressed out again, and it was bringing her energy back down. So we talked about how energy is real. And so I talked to her about grounding herself. If you watch any of my videos, I have two videos that I quite often give to my clients. One is on a grounding meditation, growing roots into the earth, picturing God taking almost like an energetic bath, washing away what no longer serves you, and then seeing the light come over your eyes, your ears, your nose, and your mouth, and God's light go throughout your whole body as protection. That's one video I always send my clients. The other one is on the heart meditation. So when we're breathing in and out of love, in and out of our heart space, picturing our heart like a lung, then we are actually sending out love, sending out healing, but also raising our vibration and raising our heart coherence, and our heart and our mind start to talk together more, and we come into that gamma state, which brings us into a place of peace. So I always steer my clients to those two videos in order to walk into something or walk into a place that they're feeling fearful of, or even just if the anxiety starts to come back into their body, even if they're at home. Those are two very powerful videos, and you can look them up on my YouTube channel. The next thing that I tell people to do is send the energy that you want to the place that you are feeling fearful of, right? Okay, so let's go back to the client who has the anxiety of going back to work. Once she's in this place of healing and feeling so strong, she's very nervous about going back to work. So I sat down with her, had her close her eyes. I had her picture her place of work. And in that place, I said, in the four corners of the ceiling at your place of work, where you work, where the whole building, if you want, your cubicle, whatever you feel comfortable with, place God's light in each corner. So 4 corners. And so she did that. I said, okay, do the same thing on the ground, 4 lights on the ground in the corner. And she did that. Take the lights, take the 4 lights at the top of the corners of the room. This is all being done through visualization in your mind's eye, and make a pyramid that comes into the middle of the space. So connect all the lights into a pyramid. And she did that. I go do the same thing with the 4 lights on the floor, on the corners of the room. Build a pyramid into the middle of the room. These 2 pyramids are going to touch. One is upside down and one is a regular type of pyramid. And the points touch. Now again, you're visualizing this and you're manipulating the energy this way. You're asking God to come in and ground this place for you. Take a golden rose, which resembles God's energy, and grow that rose with a deep root all the way to the core of the earth. And so she did that. So now she's picturing her space, her workspace, with the 4 lights and the top, God's lights, and the 4 lights at the bottom. She made a upside down pyramid and a regular pyramid. She put a golden rose resembling God's love, and took that root, took the stem of the rose and grew a root all the way to the very base of the earth. So now the energy is grounded. I said, now send your angels and your guides and pray over that place. Send Archangel Michael, send your team of light, send Jesus, send God, send everyone to that place When you ask, you shall receive. So we believe once we ask, and we did it, right? We sat down and we released our energy and we asked God to come in and protect us. We grounded ourselves with roots into the ground, and then we sanctified the space that we are going to be going to. It no fail works because energy is real, and God's energy is the most powerful energy. So we are sending that energy and that love to the place that is actually causing us the most fear. You can do that anywhere. I mean, I do it quite often. If I walk into a room, I'm obviously very sensitive with energy. That's what I do for work. I can feel energy. I can feel people's energy. I can just feel energy. So if I'm going to a place where I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed or the energy is chaotic, I just kind of in my mind's eye, close my eyes, breathe in and out loud through my heart, get into a good heart space. Picture the golden lights, God's lights, in the four corners of the ceiling and the four corners of the floor, and I connect them and put a rose in the middle. And then I ask my angels and guides to protect me and to calm the energy down. No fail, it works every time. So believe me, we have tools. We do not have to stay stuck. I think I say this all the time in our videos. We do not have to stay stuck in the energy and the fear that can rob us of our joy of living. And so start to look at energy as it's real. And we all know it's real. We can feel energy. We can feel when someone's angry at us. We can feel even from far away if someone's sad. We can feel vibrations of music when you go to a concert and things like that. Like, energy is real. So take this next step in your evolution and start to learn to manipulate energy by asking the divine to come down and guide you through sanctifying the space that you are fearful of, calming the energy down in the space that you're in. It can be done anywhere. So I hope this tool helps you in your next step in becoming all that you can be. Thank you and have a great day.